Boldy, talk us through this from one bowler to another, mate.
Man, first of all, welcome, KJ. Look at that. 6 foot, what? 6'7". Yeah.
6 foot 8, mate.
6'8". Beautiful action coming through there. What was the day like? I can't really remember, KJ, but it was probably a bit nippy, and the wicket was certainly green. And geez, you looked at home, big fella. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, it was pretty cold. It was overcast. Nice green one to start off on, which was every bowler's dream. So pretty special day.
That's nice, and yeah. Obviously got 7 slips there, and you're probably coming in with a. Oh, we're flicked to the bat. Is that what's happening? Oh, you got a few runs as well, didn't you?
Yeah, just close the eyes and swing. I was actually thinking if he goes short, I'm just going to swing and just hope I get any piece of it, and luckily I did. So yeah, close the eyes, man, and just swing. He taught me that one well. Obviously, once I got sconed in the head in that second test, he was calling for me to go off the park so you could get that little red anchor.
That and pure fear, to be honest. That was Boomer, wasn't it, man? That really ran into your grill that day. I remember the mud flaps came flying straight off the back.
Yeah, I well and truly ate that one.
Yeah, no, your eyes were definitely shut there. But I came down. We were in a hurry, obviously going through the concussion test, and I was asking for a concussion test, wasn't I?
Yeah. It was. I remember a few balls before we were like, right, we're just going to try and take as many runs as we can. And I think I took a single and then came down, and you were just like, actually, you just take care of Boomer. And I think next ball got sconed in the lid. So, that quickly changed, didn't it?
You got 49 in that innings as well, didn't you? You got caught. I wasn't actually supposed to play. Daniel Vittori had a sore hammy, so they brought my left arm swingers in for his left arm spinners. And, that morning of the game, just pretty much got my first hat there on the boundary, and I was into it. So it's a big experience. I actually had braces on the week before I got selected, and I remember going to the orthodontist saying, I can't go to Australia with a set of braces on my teeth. And I specifically remember it. I walked out there to bat, absolutely packing myself, and Brad hadn't looked at me. He goes, mate, does your mother know where you are like this? He was just getting into me, and I was just hitting myself, mate. I was, but I do remember the celebrations after that, winning by 6 runs. And they've always said that, well, everyone you play with that has played Test cricket and understands Test wins. It's you definitely got to savour them and enjoy them.
Okay, Jay, I've got a quick audio interlude here for you, mate. I'm curious to see whether this will make you feel proud, embarrassed, slightly awkward, or really emotional. And I'm happy for all of the above to sort of apply to this. So
my headphones aren't even plugged in. I've just realised that they're just around the old net.
Hi, Kyle. It's Mum. I'm just checking in to see if you've got your shirt tucked in. Remember back to those days when your coach said, to take the field you must look like a cricketer, and that meant your shirt tucked in. Funny, that coach was also your father. Well, what a journey it's been. Who would have thought that when you were 2.5, playing with Dad's bat and pads in the backyard, that you would be where you are at today? Now, it's fair to say we are not the gushiest of families, but I hope you do know just what a privilege it is to be your parents and to call you our son. I'm quite sure my heart stops until you have faced at least a few balls, and it's the same when you get a wicket. I like to think when I concentrate hard enough and shut out everyone around me as you are running in, that I help get the wicket too. That's just how much pleasure I get, and I know you probably think that's silly. Dumb mum, eh? It hit me hard when I saw you standing with the BLACKCAPS with your first national anthem and realised this is the big time. Brittany, your sister, and your dad and I were so proud. It's hard to explain, and it's a little scary, but we wouldn't miss it for the world. Kyle, you know the little action I do as a reminder from many years ago at cricket? Well, that is more than what you remember. When you see me and I do that, it is a symbol of the years of fun we have had with cricket. It's about remembering your roots and where you are at now. I hope this journey takes you as far as you want it to go. You will always have the backing and support of us, and we love you no matter what.
Well, and I didn't see that one coming Well, you've done a good job there.
Got him.
Yeah. I don't know if my English skills are are good enough to use the right words to describe that. But yeah, I think, like Mum says, like we're probably not like, I guess, the gushest families in terms of that stuff. But to hear that was pretty cool, and like I was like, it's cool that I get to do this and get to play a test and be a part of the group and stuff. But I think for Mum and Dad and the family, it's as much their reward or their journey as it is mine. And
that finish on a very sentimental note, and I'm a little bit rattled if that comes my way with the Boult mum package.
You just wait, mate.
I don't know when that's coming out, but yeah, I think we should move the current modern day all rounder, move him out, and we'll bring in back some old school flavour with Jacob Oram.
Love that intro, and I'm going to keep you on, JMO, because I'm going to bring you in, and here he comes from the Palmerston North Media Centre. It looks like your mic might be off, Jake.
Not
there
anymore.
you go.
Oh, he's experienced, this guy.
Right, hit me, my mum, go, hit it.
Yeah.
Where's my mum's words?
Well, but before we transition you out, Jake, I mean, yeah, we said one modern day all-rounder to a former modern day all-rounder. What did you think of the big man just looking to your left's debut season?
Well, it's my right, Willy. But look, it was amazing. I actually, Boulty, I want to come to you about you calling me about the old school stuff, old timer. It's funny, I am 40, what am I this year? 42 this year, which I am now getting old, but I'd like to think I am a massive cheerleader for the BLACKCAPS. I'm not one of those retired bitter guys who dislikes the current generation, and in my day it was better, because that's a given. No, I'm kidding. So whenever I see guys coming through, and I think domestic cricket is as strong as it's, well, in the time I've been around, either playing or coaching or watching, I think it's as strong as I've seen. So I'm not surprised when people get the call up and, like Kyle, start performing straight away. And I think we've seen it over a number of years, probably 6, 7, 8 years now, where guys make the step up and they're ready to go. So also saw Kyle a little bit last year, went to training squad and realised, talent's there. When he gets his opportunity, he'll be away. And it was great to see those performances.
It's great that you know each other, because KJ, I was going to say, you know who that is, don't you?
I do, yeah. I remember the Aussie series. I think over in Aussie was my first memory of you, Jake. Yeah, clearing that front leg and pulling them over the rope.
What do you mean clearing it? It was perfect technique. Are we supposed to be serious on this podcast? I'm not quite sure.
No, we're all just trying to find our feet. JMO, we're going to drop you out, as Boulty said. Thanks for coming on. Congratulations on your season and getting a New Zealand cricket contract. And thanks very much for being here, mate.
Awesome. Thanks, boys. Thanks for having me. Catch you later.
See you later.
Geez, Jake, you almost disappeared then. I dropped you with him.
You're dropping me, mate. Yeah, all good.
First time jitters.
Jake, what a pleasure to have you on.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it, guys. I really am. I heard you before when I was in the green room or backstage. Talking about your test debut, Boulty. I mean, I'd well and truly given up 5-day matches before then. I remember watching that test match, actually, Dougie getting a few wickets as well, which was awesome. But two things I remember: pre-season camp, probably about September-ish, where they had like 20-odd guys down there, and it was practice matches at Lincoln University there. And I remember thinking, because domestically I'd seen you, and it was like you were here, and then I remember seeing you one pre-season these camps, and it was like up there, and it was like you'd put 3 yards of pace on, swinging it at pace. I wasn't 135, let's be honest. That was 2 balls put together but at that stage. But I was trying everything I had, round the wicket, slow balls. I think bouncer was about 3 years expired by that point. Yeah. But you keep going, and I thought, time to retire. Let's get out of here. At the time, I tell you, that was in. That was, I don't know what it was in, but it was in.
Well, it sort of progressed and actually got quite glorious at certain stages. That's kind of the intellectual sort of look.
Yeah, that's when I started to have to wear glasses. That's what I blame a lot of my flaws on eyesight.
Mick Jagger there.
Who?
Mick Jagger.
Thank you.
Oh,
Boy, that's serious. I'm glad that's not zoomed in. Yeah, look, a couple of summers I played, hot summers, big sun-kissed effect. And I wasn't going to fight it. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, and there's one at the awards potentially with your lovely wife, Mara, growing out the blonde hair. That one's quite a different look as well, a bit shorter, a bit more sort of serious.
Another hot summer by the looks of it. Yeah, and pensive looking. Yeah. I don't know what the photographer wanted out of I don't know what he wanted out of me there, but he's got it.
There's no way my mum would go on the lens, that's for sure.
Hi, Trent.
You hear that?
No way, mate. Oh, yeah, you've got a hold of her. This is crazy.
I just wanted to say a little something to let you know how proud we all are of you. The way you present yourself on and off the field, you're so good with people. Children look up to you, and to see the look on their faces when you sign a bat, hat or take a selfie is priceless. Every time we see you on the field representing New Zealand, it's an amazing feeling for a parent. You always have a smile on your face. Even if you're doing it tough, it makes us so proud the way you can turn any situation into a positive and get the job done. I remember you as a young boy with your brother Jono in the backyard constantly playing cricket, so much so that the grass had disappeared into a batter's crease at one end and a bowling run up at the other. Jonathan was always the batter and you the bowler, and of course Dad in the background supervising. Who would have thought this would contribute to the bowler you are today? You've given us so many reasons to be proud of the man you have become, Trent, but the proudest moment for me is telling others that you are my son.
It's your mum, isn't it?
Yeah. That's emotional stuff, bro. Yeah. I don't know how you've done it. I don't. Yeah, I'm kind of speechless to be honest. There's not many occasions where that happens, but no, bro, that was cool. Thank you very much for that.
Well, it's funny when you put that, like when I put that together, I said, I don't know what Boulty will feel like. Is it actually quite emotional? Does it make you think about everything?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, we've touched a little bit on, me being a parent now, and I'm not worried about it, but I'm conscious of how my kids see me and etc. And I want them to be proud of me, but obviously my parents it's the flip side, and I'm the guy they've raised, and I'm out there doing my thing, and I know they are proud of me 100%. And yeah, the passion that both mum and dad show, and the sacrifices they've made over the years, and putting in all those yards. But no, it's pretty cool to hear my mum's voice over a couple of cool photos there, and it was touching, bro. Thank you very much. Yeah, I probably still can't talk about the World Cup, to be honest. I've had 2 campaigns and 2 cracks at it, and come agonisingly close in both of them. But that was a wicked tournament. There's no doubt about it. It was an amazing time away, a big time away, 10 weeks in the end, pretty much. And to fall very, very close and not be able to lift that trophy is pretty hard to stomach. But hey, I know, looking on the bright side, what it's done for cricket around the world and cricket in this country. Every kid in this country wants to grow up and be an All Black, and there's a half dozen of them that want to be Black Caps, and now I know there's hundreds more that would love to be out there with that black cap on their head. So very cool memories.
Absolutely. Has it changed since the World Cup? Has it got easier? Has it got harder? Do you mind people talking about it? Do you not want to talk about it? Where does it sort of sit for you these days? Yeah,
it's still fresh, to be honest. Like, even thinking now that this time last year we're on the ship to go over there and have a crack at it. It's pretty hard with social media, and anyone's pretty much got access to you to post anything and post anything. But it's I'm taking it for all that it was, in terms of an amazing experience, a stage that I've always dreamt of being on. And I remember the last couple of run-outs there thinking, geez, what if I fumbled it? What if I did something or whatever? And we wouldn't even been there in the Super Over. But it was a crazy few weeks.